Good afternoon. Welcome. We gather here today to celebrate the life of Dave James Fry. May we remember the strong, beautiful meanings of his life. His love, his service, his dedication, his curiosity, and his devotion. And may we grant ourselves these few private moments together for the work of sorrow and acceptance, remembrance, and thanksgiving. In an hour like this, nothing can take the place of the outstretched hands of human sympathy and understanding, the spoken or the silent assurance given by friends saying, "We have walked this way of sorrow also. In times past, we have tasted its bitterness and sense of loss. And we stand ready to help you through your valley of sorrow until that time comes when you emerge again into the light and to offer you abiding assurance that you do not walk alone."
It's called Dorney's Playing Music. On Wednesday night, when all is right, Dorney's playing music again. I'll have a bourbon and a Coke. Dorney will try to make a joke, and Margie will have some gin. The sound guy, Joan, will give us a sign. Thumbs up from us says the volume's fine. We'll settle in, and once again, Dorney's playing music again. Might order some food if we're in the mood. Maybe pizza or soup instead. Sit down, hear the sounds, and know for sure we'll be fed. And Dorney's playing music again. We request some songs, and we sing along. We ask for songs and wonder if he knew them. And know if we stayed long enough, he'd get to them. And Dorney's playing music again. Bless the powers that be, that our Wednesdays are free, and we can sit together and talk at Saints. Listen to Dorney and Barb up there with nary a complaint, because Dorney's playing music again.
My first memory I think I'd like to share is the first time I met Dave, which was at the Yellow House where Marge lived, Marge and Karen. And I remember, because I was so into art, I carried my sketch pad everywhere I went, and I remember Dave, just first time he met me, or we met each other, it was very subtle, and he sat down next to me and he just started asking me questions about what I was drawing, and then over the years I have learned to ask him questions about his life and his art, and so he was a real inspiration to me through art.
I'm going to go ahead and just say this whole thing. I met Dave almost 40 years ago. I went to work at Family and Children's Agency with Margie. We were therapists down there, and she had been working there from what I could understand for years, because she knew where the bathroom was when I needed to post. It turned out that she had just started the day before me. Power of information. I couldn't figure out Dave. He'd roll out these rolls and rolls of this transparent mirror-like material. I had two brothers who were engineers, and I still couldn't understand what he was talking about. Then he had his heart attack. On my wedding day, I was a jump ahead of a fit on a sunny July morning, and Margie called and invited me over to the house to visit. I don't know if Libby was in on that or not, but I stopped by for a minute, and I ended up spending a couple of hours talking about life as Dave could do, and shooting a little plastic golf ball all over the backyard with one of Dave's BB guns. And after a sandwich and several margaritas, the time was near and I was ready to get married, so thank you, Dave. We'd go over to their house and we'd have soup, have a couple of drinks, go up and sit where the fireplace was. And then Dave would make one of those Dave Fry nods to the guitar over in the corner. He'd say, "Play me a song." And I'd pick up the guitar guitar, I'd start playing, I'd get about halfway through a song, and then I'd kind of slow down, and then I'd stop, and then I'd start playing another song. And Dave stopped me one time and he said, "Finish the song, man." I said, "Dave, I can't remember the lyrics. I can't remember." I was old. I was almost about 35, 36.
Dave did not ask you to do things or be things. Dave always led by example. And just to be around him and feel his excitement, his humor, was a tremendous boost for me. Dave stood over here early on and got up and said he thought early on that I was older than he was. And he got up and said, I think you have good news and bad news, or however you call that here at TJ, that Dave said, "Today is my birthday and I'm happy," and the next statement was, the bad news was, "and now I'm old as Lee Pennington."
Dave was a dude. I don't remember the first time I met him. It was probably 10 or 15 years ago. But from the moment I met him, we were friends. It's like we had been friends for our entire lives. It's like we'd been living in parallel universes. We had so much in common. We're both fire signs, born in the Chinese year of the tiger. We were both engineers, tinkerers, fixers, travelers, and a little bit of rogues. Both sides of our brain works, ping-ponging between each side. He loved art. He was a painter, a sculptor, a potter. I was a writer. We both had revelations in the middle of the night that we'd get up and write down. We loved airplanes. And most of the people in our lives had never seen us without mustaches. Not surprisingly, we had a lot of common friends. And wherever I went, I'd look around the room, and sure enough, I would see his sparkling eyes, a twinkling, menacing look in his eye, and a little smile. And at some point during the event, we would always make contact. Usually it was a tummy bump or a hug. And then he would make some snarky comment aimed directly at the fact that I know who you are, and I'd make one back at him. I suspect most of you felt that you had a kindred spirit connection with him also, with Dave's good humor, with his enthusiasm, his loyalty, his love of music, and his loving nature.